Well, there it is, loaded and ready for tomorrow. I should make dinner and go to work. And there's my puppy, Fatso! Oh, little Roo. Mow the whole backyard, not past my fence. I got a couple acres past that, but that's tractor territory, not lawnmower. Hey! Don't eat it! Gosh, he swallows plastic all the time. Stop it! Anyway, basically this is gonna be my last video, which is gonna be the first part of the video. So, intro. Today, got the axle swaps on the boat. Made them wider, longer, stronger, easy to maintain. All that's done. Fixed the RS1, changed the gas pedal, dust cover on, clutch system on, mow all my backyard and the front yard, about 3 acres. And now I'm tired. It's dinner time, and then I'm gonna go to work the rest of the night. So enjoy the video. What you're gonna see first is the fun part we have at Vantage, Washington, and then when we arrive home, what you're gonna see is, right as I was pulling in the house. Luckily, them happened on the freeway, but as I was pulling into the house after our trip, one of the axles, the tubing, snapped completely. So then I'll show you how I'm fixing that, maintaining other stuff, and I don't know, I'm tired. Enjoy, subscribe, like, and all that shit. I just realized something. My motorhome is very white, bright. My boat is very white, bright. Rich's motorhome is kind of cream, brownish. His boat is cream and brownish. Rob's motorhome is black and white. His boat is black and white. And the funny part, I think Ted is showing up tonight, and his motorhome is kind of red, and his boat is red. There goes one land hippo. That's the other one. And there's the pee-pee. Leave the birds alone. She likes to chase them. It's definitely getting steamy here. Mama's getting some winter.
I try to climb that like a guy. Yeah, we wouldn't even make it up that fucking next part.
Lila Roo! Lila Roo! Couldn't find my my phone. Plus I had all the children's riding on my bottom cab, on my B-Bird and my bottom cab. I drove it here with the 3/4, the full on the back and the side windows. I didn't have those back side windows on. Bow pushing down with the tilt, And I was breaking water so hard on the spray and the massive wind we have. I was using for the first time my windshield wiper full time, and it worked, so that was great. On smaller boats, obviously the fucking water was picking wood and they're all soaking wet. Couldn't take a video of that, but I'm gonna go to the boat ramp on my scoot and see if we can see a boat and see how horrific it is. As you can see, white caps. Actually, the phone is not showing the white caps. I can see them. But yes, extremely windy. I wanted to show a boat coming in, because the phone will not show these big swells. They're about 2 footers, maybe 3. And yeah, so every time you hit a swell, you pick up that water and it goes over the boat. So if you don't have an enclosure of windshield, it's not good. Empty. Not a single boat left. When it picked up, time to get inside the motorhome. Project of the day. So took the cabin cruiser to Vantage, had an absolutely fantastic weekend. Right here on the cul-de-sac, that happened. Turned very sharp. The axle snapped off. Not the bearings, no. The axle itself. As you can see, from here to here was already gone. And it basically snapped the top. So about another one, I was going to rebuild that, but apparently I like to spend money, because then I decided not to do that, because the problem with mobile home axles, they have non-rebuildable brakes. Yes, you can rebuild them, you rivet these, you put bolts, whatever. There's a complicated way to do it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Everything mobile home axles related. People, it's like, oh, it's your tires, always a problem. No. These ones are Roadmasters. They're for trailer service. They're not for mobile homes. These ones are actually very strong tires. They are DOT approved. As you can see, I bought them brand new. A tire that looks like this, but then it will blow up on you pretty easy. It's the ones that says MD or MS or something like that, and there's just for manufactured homes. This one uses the same rims, but those are DOT approved tires. Again, getting rid of all of that. Let me climb here. Let me start the Jeep. This is what I got yesterday for $400 from Vancouver, Washington. These axles are 2020 The guy pulled him out of his 7K dump trailer, because he upgraded to 10K axles, and it came with more than I thought. I was buying the axles for $400. Apparently he gave me the 5 wheels and tires. What are the day code on these tires? Yep, 2021. Like I said, the trailer's 2020, but it has very, very nice tires. This one is the spare, obviously. This is the original tire. But I don't even have to buy tires. The tires are in great shape. They don't have much thread on a couple of them. Let's see. Manufacture date. It's probably on the other side. Because this one seems also 21. Alrighty. The point is, this is 68 on center. These axles are 70. So obviously I'm gonna have to cut them and sleeve it. I have done that to axles all my life. Never, not once, a single problem with cutting an axle and sleeve it. But now with these ones I'm gonna have nice brakes, the correct easy bearing maintenance, all that good stuff. What else? Oh, multiple lift springs, which is gonna work better than the single lift spring from manufacturer homes. If they are the correct link, I had to check on that. I think they are. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this, figure it out, what face versus from here to here. I need certain distance because I'm gonna have to cut the welds and I re-weld them depending my lift spring perch versus where my tire should be inside the fender. A lot of modification. Let's get it done. Weather's not. Look at that beast. Weather's not too good. It's a lot grayer than what the phone looks. The phone makes it look kind of blue. It is not. Alright, let's move these and work in the garage. So you can see, mounted the tires on one axle because I had to figure it out from here to that other center of the other tire. What is that distance? Why is that important? Because I had to make sure it's the same as on this. It's not that I have the same axles and I'm just replacing a broken one and I'm making it. It's very complicated to get the face seating area of this axle, so I'm not gonna bother measuring face to face. I'm gonna measure inside of the wheel to inside of the wheel and then figure it out how much I had to cut that axle or how much longer I have to make it. Because these tires I need to ride exactly inside of those fenders. For example, let's come here. The face riding on this axle, it's here. On this one, it's not here, it's actually here. They're just too complicated. The axles are too broken. I'm gonna have the one that is there, measuring from wheel to wheel. Plus, these wheels, they don't have the same mounting surface as your generic wheels. So the best way is to figure it out with the center of the tire gonna ride and make it match on the other one. These axles are cut and sleeve at outside, center to center on the tire, 88. Again, can measure to the face because totally two different axles, different wheels, it will be pointless. 88 inches. This one, it's basically 84. So you gotta cut it, separate it till those ones are exactly at 84, and then figured out what my distance between the center of the tire versus the leaf spring mount is. It makes no sense on your head, believe me, I do plenty of this shit. And worst case scenario, just go in the comments and tell me all about it, how you will do it the right way. Again, totally different axles, different wheels, mounting surface from mounting surface, it will give me the wrong thing, the wrong numbers. The saddest part about cutting an axle in half is that now my wires for the trailer brakes, they're gonna have to be running external. But that's okay, because this is gonna go on a boat. Trailer axle. I don't want water going inside. Water will never get inside the axle tubing due to the spindle being welded. Water might get into the brakes, just like any other trailer axle. But, see that little hole? That's what I'm gonna fix. That's gonna get welded shut, so then things can get airtight. I already measured this, and they need to be cut from the leaf perch, dead center. It's 33 1/8 for my application. I'm gonna go try to cut it as straight as I can. It doesn't truly matter because the axles are gonna separate by a couple inches to achieve our maximum width. Also, I don't know how perfectly balanced I have my my jack stand, so hopefully it doesn't come up and hit me on the nutsack. That's why this one, I'm closing my legs and let them hit my knees. Not too bad at all. I was happy about that. Very nice and thick axles. What I'm wondering is, because, you know, I had to go and buy metal to sleeve it. My question is, this is a 3,500 pound axle. These ones are, I think, 7,000 pound axles. So maybe I can use this tubing as a sleeve. That will be amazing. Because otherwise I had to go to the store. But that's cut. And basically I'm gonna grind it all off. Figure it out. If I can use that as a sleeve, then when center to center of the tires are correct, weld it all together, and then deal by moving the leaf spring perches, whatever they need to be at. For now, step one, getting a lot closer. Got myself a little sliver of the 3,500 pound axle. And now I can now use this tubing for this application. You can see that is too much gap. I'm gonna see if I can go to the middle yard and get something tighter. And for those that are wondering, you know, those are 14,000 pound axles or 12,000. It all matters on the bearings inside. Well, I'm going with 3,500 pound axles. This boat with trailer, boat, medium gear on it, 3/4 tank fuel, 3/4 tank water, comes at 6,050 pounds. I'll see if I can put the picture here somewhere when I took it to the scale. And so like I say, 7,000 pound axles, plenty. Because I don't think, even if I super load it, I don't think I can reach 7,000 pounds. And these axles, most people, I have seen it on dump trailers especially, they're carrying 10,000 pounds all day long. They just had to mark it as 7K axles, so people don't usually carry 10. They're normally carrying 7, and the axles will last you forever. Now let's go to the metal yard and get stuff like this. Oh, also I need lug nuts. I found 2 lug nuts, but I'm gonna need lug nuts for everything, so let's get that going. Major fail. Today is Saturday. Trying to get metal. Everything is closed. But check this out. Basically, I was going to put my large axle on the outside of this, but there's a 1/4 inch plate. That's not good. But what I do have, it's some spare links out of my race Jeep. This is DOM 1/2 inch wall and a fit tit. Look at the snug. It's perfect. So basically I'm gonna double sleeve it. I'm gonna put that on the inside and weld it. And I'm gonna have a chunk of this that I'm gonna weld on the outside. Double sleeve, baby. And this is gonna be the strongest part out of the whole axle. And right there is the perfect distance. That's how much longer I had to make it. Which I'm gonna have the inside half wall DOM from about here to here, about 1 foot inside on each side. And then on here I'm gonna have a piece of that sleeve, which is a little bigger for this, but then I'm gonna move it on top of this and weld it all, baby. Double sleeve. Heck yeah. Let's get to grinding this, figure out how much I'm gonna cut, how much I'm gonna add. No, those are not spare links for the Rubicon. Those are 1/2 inch wall DOM, the links out of my CJ7. Alright, here's where we at. So this now fits with a hammer very snuggy. Inside that, I'm gonna grind this to here, grind this to there, grind from here to here. That's why I have my dots and lines. Here's gonna be the welded area. That center. Once all this gets welded and super strong and it's ready to be installed, on top of that, this is gonna be sitting here somewhere. This one fits a little more loosely, but instead of having just 2 welds and maybe drilling this, which is very complicated to drill it and doing plug welds, when everything is welded in there, this will get slid into here and then more welds. So now it's gonna have 4 full welds. Yep, the strongest part on this axle is gonna be my inner sleeve. Oh, 1/2 inch wall, have fun. Let me show you where I'm at. Basically I marked the center, so I know I have about think it's about 14 inches this way, 14 inches that way, or 12, whatever. Then when this gets welded, this one, so I'm gonna have 2 welds on there, then this one will slide on top of here, like so. And also this will get welded. I am completely level on both purchases. And if I would have put my phone into that phone little tripod holder thing, then I can show you the tape measure, but I am exactly at the same leaf spring mount, which is 70 1/4. And then we're gonna go center of the tire to center of the tire, and that puts me at 88, where I need it to be, just like 1/2 inch less. But for 1/2 inch, I have like 2 inches of distance, then I can move my tires before they hit the frame or anything. So I'm going 1/2 inch smaller on the tire track, which is on the 1/4 inch on each side. But now my leaf springs purchase mounts, they're gonna work, and I don't have to rework them, de-weld them, none of that. It's working good. Not bad for not being able to go and buy metal today. All this is stuff that I had in the house. The spare links, the spare axles. Starting out good. I'm happy about it. Got the first tack wheels. Yeah. Gonna look awesome. That's on my pipe versus the other pipe is not there. I'm not trying to level the axle. They don't jack stand on an uneven floor. It's just funny that the bubble's still on center. But yeah, this just to keep the axle still will rock a little bit. Perfect. Let's weld it solid. So you can see, have an absolute awesome penetration, went all the way around, and then meet up right here. Now, I'm gonna weld this one in there. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 welds. Low penetration. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And I'm gonna weld that, but I know I'm getting probably extremely sunburned, flash burn. So, gotta figure it out where I put my sweatshirt, put it on, keep welding. There's the sweatshirt. Ooh. King of LB. Won the first 3 years in a row. Now I'm obviously part of the club, so I can't race at that course no more. So no more winning for me on that race. It's okay. It's a pleasure to put on the event from a racer perspective. You know, actually doing the work at that race course. It's just sad. I had to pass the flag and not being able to race anymore. Actually, the last year I didn't have power steering, but I still sent it. But I got beat fair and square. Actually, I took second place with no power steering, and Cody got me. He won that one fair and square. He destroyed his engine, but it was worth it. Got all the lug nuts, 20 to be exact. $67 for 20 lug nuts. And you're telling me the economy is not bad in the United States? Oh, they used to be less than $1 like 4 or 5 years ago. Oh well. Let's keep going home. Meow, meow. So you can see these the axles come factory mounted, and basically the leaf spring, it's mounted like upside down, and so you put in all the pressure on these U-bolts. I don't understand why they're never mounted like these, where they're, ow, they still hot? Holy crap, it's still very hot. I went to the store, bought lug nuts, everything came back, this is still boiling. Because see, I want the axle as is pushing up with all the weight, and the leaf springs are pushing down. I want this on top of the axle. But they're always doing backwards. And still I'm going to do it like this, because this is how I have mine currently mounted, so I cannot change the height. See how the boat is pushing down on the leaf spring and the bracket is just holding the axle. Everything will be reversed on a lot of trailers. Let's go check that. Yeah. Well, I built this trailer too, but I don't remember how these ones are mounted. Okay, see how these ones, all the weight is on that lower tiny flange instead of being on top of the axle. The reason why it's like that is so I can lower the deck of the trailer. On the boat, I want it up to retain the same height. What did I do with this other trailer? Ah, see, that one is riding taller because I also mounted the brackets on top. See how the leaf spring is on top of the axle. Oh, axle, new axle. Hi, birdie. All nice and tight. Perfect. But we're gonna inspect the hubs, you know, not because the axle is almost new. It's 2021 or 2020. It's one of those 2 years. So 20 or 21. I don't know how long they have been out of from the dump truck. I feel like you know, they're probably pretty good being this new, but I wanna make sure. Oh, very, very interesting. Have surf fitting on the axle itself. Let's see. It's a little tiny play. Let's see if we can go one more. You can see the custom nuts pretty loose. Should be snug, not tight, but snug. I'm gonna get yelled on the comments, and you're not planning on reusing the cotter pin like every other time, right? Well, maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I probably will. Yeah, I probably will. I have new cotter pins on the garage. Let's see. Okay, that went 3 click marks. It was there. It goes 1, 2, 3. 0 play and perfect spin. See, if I were to go one more click, still turns, but maybe too tight. I mean, that one's still good. It's not dragging, definitely. That one, see, that's not. Stop set. Zero play in that one. If I get back to this one, that's a beautiful spin continuously. I think we're gonna go with that. If they ever get a little loose, then we know we can go one more click. And it's not about, oh, make sure it's tight and we're in. No, you're destroying the bearing. It's not wearing in. Same old cotter pin. And so let's grab my, I should have pulled the whole thing out, but everything runs so good, and why I'm gonna pull it out and potentially damaging the back seal. So let's go grab my grease gun and see if we can put some grease in there. Okay, so you go there. And stay there. Okay. I hear grease going in. Right there. Okay. Get a little spinaroo. I really wanted to take it out. I'll take the other side out just to see at what level my my brakes are. That side should be the same as this side. On this one I felt a little lazy. That's okay. Where's my hammer? I swear I had, oh, there. There's the hammer. Beautiful. Okay. Check the other side and see where my brakes are at. Well, I'll take the whole thing out. Okay, let's inspect this one. Also see a tiny little play. The castle nut's pretty loose. I like the modern castle nuts. They have a lot more gates. The older ones, they don't have many gates. But let's see in what shape my my bearings are. Not bearings. Them brakes. Oh damn! I got. That almost look new. Is it filming correctly? No. See, look at that. Everything in extremely good condition. Tons of brake pads. Ooh, baby, that looked good. Really, really good. Okay. See, I didn't want to damage that seal potentially. And where do the grease comes off when I pour grease into this? Or it's, let's see, very intriguing Goes to the back bearing. Pour the grease right through there. You can see a little red dot. I just can't touch the phone with this much grease. Pours right out of there. Oh, cell phone, stay there. So I gotta make sure everything has a lot of grease. Only gonna pump so little, once or twice, the grease. Reason being, it's if I put the grease on the back bearing, I don't want it to blow the seal out. One, two, three, four. That's it. Everything has tons of grease. So let's tie these. Right there, it's tight. Yeah, it's dragging. So we'll back one gate. Perfect rotation. Zero play. That we're staying. There we go. I always lose the hammer. There it is. Okay, mount some tires from here, get this axle holding the weight of the trailer, and we'll get rid of the this one. The torque spec for these ones, they're on German, so it's basically Guten Tag. I have to amuse myself, okay? So you can see, it's almost no different on height. Way more modern, easy to maintain, easy to get parts. Old school, and it's been annoying me since day one. Okay. Little problem I see is these leaf springs, I think they're gonna flex a little more, and it's kind of touching a little in there, and I definitely don't want it to touch. That one is not touching, it's a larger axle, so I guess I'll put the old leaf springs instead of these ones. Well, obviously these ones are too rusty for me to even try to undo them. There, leaf spring. So you can see, put the old leaf springs, which they're a lot stronger, and now I had tons of clearance before I was touching. Whew. Okay, that's what it took forever. Swapping stuff after everything was tight and aligned. That took longer than building the whole axle. You can see, very sweaty, hair's a mess. I gotta go to work. There's a job that has to be done today. It can be done tomorrow, but I'm taking the RS1 to a work party. The RS1 needs some stuff change and install. So the RS1 is gonna require 2 hours. I probably have 5 hours of work that needs to happen today. So I don't know if the other axle, I think I'm gonna attack it tonight. Reason why is I can work at night. I just don't want to get too tired and too down on time at work. What is important, the boat right now, it can be moved. It has 2 different axles, but it's movable, it's usable. The back axle don't need to happen right now. It might happen tonight, but I'm gonna go to work. Well, you think I will be working on the axles, the RS1 or something? My ADD don't let me. Working on multiple stuff at the same time. That's okay, shit's getting done. And inside the container, I gotta prep the side-by-side. Got a bunch of duckies on my poor CJ7. There's the side-by-side. Oh Lord. Okay. Let's see. It is so loud inside of a container with a LS motor. That turn is there, fully deflated. Why? Because my rim is broken. Okay, let's see if this thing starts. I gotta put the dust cover or clutch cover and then replace the gas pedal. Let's see if it moves. It has major issues with the let's see, we got power. Yeah, we got power. No check engine light. Going reverse. We're gonna hit the gas. Nothing. I'm to the floor. Check engine light on. I forgot how to read the codes. I used to know how to read it. And options, code. Okay, that's one code. Get out of there. Go neutral. I got nothing. There, neutral. I'm getting some RPMs. Getting walking speed. Walking speed. May not be enough for when I want to turn my tires and get out of the way of my Jeep. No. And sometimes if I shut it off and on and all that stuff, it gives me come on, give me gas pedal. Okay, it's moving out of its own way. I just needed to move enough that I can put the CJ on the garage container. That's how I get it to go on gear and kind of move. Come on, if you move forward. Oh my God, it's so close. Move forward. I'll push you with the Jeep. There you go. Don't turn the tires. Just go forward. I'm to the floor. Alright, we're gonna change the pedal and see if that was the problem. Okay. I should put air on that tire before I put it away. Look at my dumb dog. What you doing, land hippo? Land hippo. This is the new pedal. The good part is I can just plug it in, tap it by hand, and see if it does better, or if it has a problem with the ECU. Okay, so I plug in the new gas pedal. I haven't swapped it, but yeah, check engine line went away, and so you can tell in there on the gravel, it's just, I barely tap it by hand and it spun out like crazy. Right there's the old one. This is the new one, obviously. All I did was just tap it like this and it got full power, so yeah. Seems like that was the problem, just the pedal. Gonna figure it out what that is. I'm assuming a 10. Swap it real quick. Then put the dust cover, get it all loaded up, organize this, and get it all prepped. So when I show up tonight, I can weld and swap the last axle. You guys are now gonna see the last axle swap. You already saw the one. The second one is exactly the same. Actually easier, because I already went through the measurements, what is good, what is bad. Like I said, the first time you do something, you figured out all the problems. Second time, it goes just that much faster. But I do have to earn a living, and I own my own business. I'm a general contractor, one-man show. And obviously, I gotta go finish a job. So tomorrow I can donate more of my time and maintain the trail systems of different ORV areas. And when I get home tonight, I'll do this, or if not, I'll do it on Monday. And it doesn't matter. Right now the boat's movable. It has 2 axles, not a broken one. The one will get swapped. I'll finish the axle tonight for sure, but I'll get swapped maybe some other day. Easy peasy. Let's go. Okay, new gas pedal is installed. Oh yeah. See what the computer does now. Check engine light disappear. I got Very good revs. Reverse. Hi, I got full power. I'm gonna go and drive. Oh, there it is, all strapped up, running great. I know people are gonna be like, why you know hook up from this point? Well, what is the point to put in? You're supposed to have 4 straps or 4 points of contact per vehicle. If I strap both my straps to the one, it defeats the purpose. Plus, what if those bolts snaps, you know? I yank from that stuff. Same on the back. I'm hooked up to the chassis. Why I'm not hooked up to this like most people? Well, again, 2 straps hooked up to the same point kind of defeats the purpose. Might as well just throw 1 strap and lasso it back to itself. Again, I tow a lot of people out of here. I don't know what shape this is. I know my frame is fine. My frame ain't gonna go away. Yes, I'll put fenders on the trailer the first day I have time.